Do you know that there is no out-of-the-box theming support in Blazor, and you need to use third-party UI libraries in order to implement themes in Blazor? So do you want to know how to implement themes using Blazorize in Blazor? Stay tuned. Hello friends, welcome to the second video of Blazor development with Blazorize UI series. I'm your host S. Ravi Kumar. Before starting the video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that I should keep on creating more such videos. In this video, we are going to talk about theming support of Blazorize. We will see how we can set up themes in our Blazor application using Blazorize UI. Before explaining you the practical implementation, let me tell you what are website themes. A website theme is a complete foundation of a website design. A theme contains different colors which will be used in the website, how the application will look or how the website will look, how the controls will look like, will the corners of the controls will be rounded, what kind of foreground color will be used, what are the primary colors, what are the secondary colors. So themes basically is the foundation of your design of the website. That was a simple basic definition of what is website theme. Now let's talk about what are the possible use cases of implementing themes in a website or web application. Some of the possible use cases of implementing custom themes is of course setting up your different brand colors. So if you want your application or website to follow the brand colors and brand images of your customer brand or your own brand, your product brand, then of course you will be using a custom your product based custom theme. Another use case of using themes is of course giving a different bifurcation for different type of user. Let's say you have different type of user, one is supervisor, one is regular employee, one is guest user. So for different user you can implement different themes and different UI layouts so that everybody can understand that okay, this particular layout or this particular color scheme is for guest user, this particular color scheme is for your regular user, and this particular color scheme is for custom supervisors. Of course, the same thing can be done using authorization implementation, but themes is like you can say that it's kind of a visual bifurcation of your UI based on the user roles. So these are a couple of use cases where you can use themes to standardize your controls and your UI as per your brand or as per your user roles. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video that Blazor out of the box doesn't support theming. You have to implement themes using either a CSS library or third-party controls like Blazorize, Matte Blazor, Mud Blazor, or third-party paid controls like Syncfusion controls, Telerik controls, Infragestics controls, etc. The default project template of Blazor supports or uses Bootstrap CSS framework for their UI theming, and it uses the colors and themes and fonts which is set up in the default Bootstrap template. So if you want to implement your custom theme in your website, you need to use third-party libraries or you need to change the CSS framework or the CSS file which is there in the default project template. However, that thing is slightly difficult to do and you need to know about how to implement CSS and how to do CSS changes. Or in other words, you need to be good in CSS development or doing changes in CSS, or you should be a CSS developer. So the best option for a .NET developer to implement themes is to use third-party libraries. And since we are talking about Blazorize here, we will be talking about how to implement themes using Blazorize theming support. So now let's get to my machine and let's do everything practically. So here we are on my Windows machine and I have opened the Blazorize docs, which is the documentation for Blazorize, and I have opened the theming page. So in the theming page, it has mentioned that using themes, we can change almost every aspect of our application look and feel using theming support. So it says that Blazorize offer its own theme provider to control your application look and feel. Generally, if you stick to the built-in providers and its CSS classes and variant, there isn't anything else you need to use a custom theme with Blazorize. It works, and I can show you how it works. And in the documentation, they have given example of how to start with theming, then how to change the theme on runtime, how to set up the colors, how to set up gradient, and how to set up the border radius. So if you go through the documentation, you will think that theming is so simple. It has just so much so simpler and only these many options to set up themes. However, theming is very detailed and almost all the control theming options are there in Blazorize theming. But unfortunately, that has not been updated to the documentation yet. So what I did, I downloaded the source code of Blazorize and updated the documentation based on the source code of the Blazorize. So if you see here, this is the source code and this folder has the documentation. So I downloaded this whole code branch and I set it up on my local machine, and I went through the code of theme and I went through all the properties and everything, and I documented it in the theme documentation page of Blazorize. So let me run this thing. I have already run this thing and you can see this is the output. So this is the local theming, local documentation running on my on my machine, and you can see here on the below, after border radius, I have added these attributes. So this has all the listing of Blazorize attributes. These are all the theme properties like alert option, background option, black color, body option. What is black means? This defines the dark base theme color and all those things. So I have added this documentation. I will maybe later on I will raise a PR to get this merged with the actual documentation of Blazorize, but for now you can just go through this documentation and go through this video to understand how we can set up different theme options. So now let's get started with implementing this theme in our Blazorize demo application. So I have opened our Blazorize demo application here. This is our Blazorize demo application. And to get started with theme, what we have to do, we have to implement like this. We have to implement theme like this in our app.blazor. So what I'll do, I will go to code here. I will open app.razor. So in our app.razor, I have to implement themes. So here I will just copy this from here and paste it here. And after this, copy this and paste it here. And you can see this is the theme here mentioned, but this theme, we are setting up the theme provider and we are setting the theme. So this theme variable is not yet set. So what we'll do, I'll just copy paste this code and I'll paste it here. And this is the theme variable. Now you can see there is no error. I'll save it. And before doing this, let me rename this because this seems a bit confusing. So I'll rename it like this, app theme. I'll copy this and paste it here, and you can see this is right now this is completely blank. So if I run this application right now, it will take everything default. So it will take all the default values of the Blazorize theme. So while this thing is running, let me show you the documentation. So in the documentation which I have updated, you can see here that it has all the default values, like enabled is by default true. When we run the application, the enabled is by default true. Apart from that, we have like other properties like is rounded, which is again by default true. Gradient is by default false. Then luminous threshold has a default value of 150. So we have some default value. For example, this white. So light means you already saw it in my previous video that when I set up that light color theme or like a bar theme as light, then it already changes to white. So this is the base bar color. So this is how it's taking the default values, and right now you will see there is not much change in the look and feel of the application. So to update this look and feel, let us implement this theme. I have pre-written some code. Let me copy paste that code, and then we will see how it updates the UI. So I'm pasting this pre-written code here, and you can see what I'm all setting up. I'm setting the luminous threshold to 170, and I'm setting the color options, which is theme color option, which has the primary color, secondary color, success, danger, warning, info. So basically all these color option for different like different things. For example, we have like theme color option, then we have theme background options, then we have text color option. You can see that all these primary, secondary, success, danger, warning and info, this has been kind of taken from Bootstrap. So this kind of color scheming is there in Bootstrap, where we have like primary color, secondary color, success, danger and warning, info, etc. colors. So we have just set up different colors using this, and I'll save this and I'll run this thing. And you can see how the look and feel of this UI has changed. You can see this top color has changed. The left menu is still the same, but this top menu has changed because we have changed the theme color option. You can see the background color has also changed slightly, and if we go on the counter page, the button has changed, and like this the button look and feel has slightly changed. If I go on this page here, it's simple, it's simple HTML, so we can't see much change here because we don't have any Blazorize control here. But here, since even if we are using regular button control, but it is using the Blazorize CSS, so that's why we are able to see the change. The primary color has changed here for the button. I have another theme sample code which I would like to implement here, and I will show you the changes, how it completely changed the UI look and feel. So we will go and stop the execution here of Blazorize demo, and I will change everything. So what I'll do, I'll copy paste the default sample, the Blazorize sample theme which is there. So I'll copy paste the code. It's the same code. So let me open the Blazorize example. So if you see here, this is the Blazorize example, and in this Blazorize example we have this theme. So I will copy this theme code and I will implement it in our Blazorize demo like this. So if you see here, it doesn't have much changes. It has just some default values where we have set the horizontal height at 72px, and we have set the color options, and we have changed the primary color options like this, and we have changed the background option. And then text color option, we haven't changed anything. Input option, we have changed the check to this color. So, and then we have different options like card option, model option, tab options, progress options, alert options. So we can change all the look and feel of the theme using this. So let's save this and run. Now you can see it is coming as the default color because we have reverted back all the changes to the default settings. So that's why everything is coming in default color. If we go on the counter, you can see the button primary color has been changed. And if we want to change it again, let's do one thing. Let's change the primary color here. This is, you can see the color options. So in color options, primary is this color. Let's stop this and change this success color to primary color. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. And if I execute this, you can see the primary button color has been changed. So this color, basically this color option is basically the whole application color option. So everything, it will override all the color options for primary, secondary, success, info, warning, danger, light, dark, etc. It will change the whole color option from here. You can see about that from the documentation here. I have written, which I have taken from the code documentation itself, that this color options is used to override default theme colors. So if we want to change the default theme colors, we can use this over color options to change all the colors. Apart from this, the other color options which we need to change is background color options, which is here, which says that background color option is used to override default background colors. So this set the default background colors, and if you see it uses theme background options, and theme background options has almost the same properties as theme color option, but it has other options also like body, danger, dark. So apart from this primary, secondary, success, warning, light, info, etc., it has body, danger and dark extra properties like this. So if you see our Blazorise demo application, it has background color as this one. So if we change this background color to, let's say, info, let's say change this to this, and we'll say this as primary. Now if I run this application, you can see here that the background color has changed. You can see this has gotten a bit lighter because we have changed the background color, and here also, since this is the gray color, so that's why the mix of blue and gray is coming like here, and here also it's coming as mixed. Now if we want to override this color, we can use the bar color option. So for that we have a property, if you see here in the documentation, which I have updated, which will be mixed later on. We have here, we have snack bar option, we have then bar option on the top, I think. Yeah, here it is. So we have this bar theme options to set up the theme option to override the bar component styles. So we can set this up. I was not able to write the detailed properties of this theme bar option, but I have a sample code which has the bar option implemented. So let me copy that sample code and let me show it to you. So we will go in the code here. We'll go back in the Blazorise demo code, and here you can see we have bar options. I think bar option is again, yeah, here it's on the top. So we have this bar options. We'll just paste it here like this, and I will remove this extra comma because it will give error. So we have set up the bar option, which have like horizontal height like this, vertical width is like this, dark color, background color, and everything we have set up. So let's rerun this application and see. I'm rerunning this application because I'm not sure whether these code changes will work with hot reload or not. So I'm just rerunning this. Probably we can try it out in next example. So yeah, you can see here all the color option has been changed. You can see this bar color option has changed, the top bar has changed. The reason this has not been changed yet, because we are still using the background color, and this color is still taking from the main background color option. So for that, what we will do, let's do this change right now here itself. Let's remove this background color. We will select this and paste it like this, and we'll save this, and let's see whether the hot reload implement this change or not. So no. So code, yeah, so it has implemented. So hot reload will work in this code change also. So now you can see here that this top bar color has changed, but using this bar options, we have completely changed the look and feel of this this left nav bar. And this, you can say, button is still green because we are still using this color option, which will override all the themes for all the controls. So that's why the primary color is like this. Now let's try out the example mentioned in the documentation here about changing the theme on runtime. So we have this runtime color change. So let's implement this in the counter page of our application. So what we'll do, I'll stop this thing. I'll go into the pages, and here on the counter page, I will add another button which was there in the documentation. So I will copy this button from here. I'll copy it like this and then paste it here. We have another, and this on theme change, I'll copy and paste this exact code like this. So I have copied and pasted. You can see this cascading parameter theme. This is the theme which we have declared here in app theme. So this theme provider will automatically, when we use this cascading parameter, this theme property will already, which we have set here, it will be available on this page itself. So it will automatically work. Let's run this code. So here we are running the application, and we go on the counter page, and you can see here this change theme button is appearing. I think just a link, so that's why it's not coming as a button. So I'll click on this, and you can see the theme has been changed. This color has been changed because primary color has been updated. So if you go in the code here, you can see here that on theme color change, and this is the pink color we are passing it, and you can see this button is not using any class. So if I change this to use the button primary class like this and save this, the appearance will change. You can see here it's appearing like the old button, the previous click me button. So both of these are coming like this, and here what we are doing, that we are changing it to the theme is being changed to this primary color. So based on that, you can see here that this string value is, if the theme color option is not equal to null, it is setting the primary as the value, and if the theme background option is not equal to null, it's setting the background color option also at this value. So we are changing all these value, and after that we are updating this theme has changed method, and then the task is completed. The reason we are calling this theme has changed method is because this theme has changed method is just like state change method of our Blazor. So in Blazor, in order to update any UI related changes, if we update any data or if we do any kind of change, we use that state has changed method. So similarly in this Blazorize, we have this theme has changed method which will update the UI when we do any theme changes. So this is how we can implement themes in our Blazor application using Blazorize and change those themes on runtime using just click of a button. In this video, you learned about what are website themes, went through the documentation of Blazorize theming support, implemented theme in our Blazor demo application, and saw practically that how we can change the UI look and feel using the themes in Blazorize. In the next video of the series, we will be talking about implementing validations in our Blazor applications using Blazorize UI. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. So until my next video, take care. Bye bye.